Hello and welcome to our teachings on the pranayama practices. If you're new to yoga, pranayama means the extension, lengthening, expansion, or even control of prana, which is our life force. The life force energy that is in everything within this universe. Not only physical, but also energetic. Even our emotions, our mind, are all made of different forms of energy. So with these practices of pranayama, we are accessing deeper levels of relaxation or even awakening, depending on the technique that we use. And today we're going to focus on alternate nostril breathing. This is an excellent practice that helps to balance the energy within ourselves, the yin and the yang, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, and it even synchronizes and harmonizes the two hemispheres of the brain. So with just a few minutes of practice each day, you can really change your entire life, because you enter life after the practice. And I'm not talking about just on a mat. You can do this anywhere, anytime, in the bed in the morning or before you go to sleep, when you're stressed at work or at school, anytime. This is the point of this practice that I want to share with you, is how we can use these yogic practices to step into our full power, to have the best quality of life that's accessible to us. And it's very simple, and it doesn't even take a lot of time. You can do this for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or you could even do it for longer and go deeper into this experience. The choice is yours. So what I'd like to share with you today is a simple practice called alternate nostril breathing. It's my personal favorite of all the yoga techniques that I have done over the 20-something years. This is the one I come back to every day for a half hour because of how powerful it is. And I really love the way I feel after it. So we can wake up ourselves, calm ourselves, and have all the benefits without even having to use the other things that we know are not healthy for us. Now, in this practice, what we're doing is alternating the breath between the two nostrils. And this helps to balance, as I said, the entire being. So what we're going to do is we alternate a breath. When I take my hand, my right hand, into this gesture, taking the first two fingers into the palm, and then I'm going to inhale through the left slowly and gently. And then I change, closing the left side with the small fingers and exhaling through the right nostril slowly and gently. Then I stay on the same side. Inhale through the right, and then change after inhale and exhale through the left. So this is just an introduction. I want to give you a little bit of understanding, and later we have videos that teach each level of this practice, starting with the most basic, the easiest introduction, and going up to level 4. So after you see the reason to do this, then you can go into the practice with us. Now, level 1 is simply inhaling and exhaling with the same ratio. So let's use the number 5, for example. If I inhale through the left for 5, I exhale through the right for a count of 5. So that's inhaling. And as I inhale, I can count. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5. And as I exhale through the opposite side, I do the same count. Om 1, Om 2, etc. And the idea is to bring the balance. That's level 1. Level 2 is the next step, a little bit more advanced. This means that if we inhale for a count of 5, we then exhale for a count of 10. So level 2 means exhaling for twice as long as you inhale. And this extending of the exhalation brings greater relaxation into the body and mind. It's a little bit more advanced. And with each level, I want you to understand it's important to take your time. Do level 1 for several days, weeks, and months until you feel very comfortable with it. This is not a race. This is a slow journey through life of taking our time and working with the rhythm of nature, not our ego's desire to go from 1, 2, 3, 4 and master everything in 1 week. It doesn't work that way. What we want to do is take our time and be gentle. So important to be kind and gentle to ourselves in these practices. So level 1, we know, inhale and exhale for the same. Level 2 means inhale for, let's say, a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 10, twice as long. Level 3 means that we add a retention of the breath. We actually hold the breath after each inhalation. Let's say I inhale for 5, then I hold the breath for as long as I feel comfortable. Eventually, the master yogis hold that breath for 4 times as long as they've inhaled. So if you inhale for 5, then you would hold the breath for a count of 20. That's quite advanced. So in the beginning stages, just hold it as long as you can and you count to measure your breath and understand where you are in your practice. Then you exhale for 10, same as level 2. So that's level 3. Now level 4 is the final level that we'll share. You inhale for 5, hold the breath as long as you can, and then exhale for 10. Remember that twice as long exhalation. And level 4 adds the final step of the breath retention after exhalation, meaning the lungs are empty. You breathe out, then you hold your breath. This can be very challenging. This is why we take our time to get to this level, because when we hold our breath with the lungs empty, the body has to adjust to this to be able to relax into this retention of breath after exhalation. So in this beginning stage of learning, level 4, you're going to also, once again, hold that exhalation, that breath after exhalation, for as long as you feel comfortable. And when you feel the need to breathe, then you breathe in. Okay, there's no need to create more stress. This is a relaxing, calming breath. So don't try to push that retention of breath. Just as soon as you feel that need to breathe, gently breathe in and keep the body and mind calm as you move through the practice. So all these pranayama practices have different effects. There are a variety of practices that we can do. Some are balancing, some are energizing, some are calming. There's ways to activate the sympathetic nervous system to give us more fire, and there's ways to calm down and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to relax more. We'll be going through many different techniques together, and eventually you start to learn what's right for you in each moment, and you can apply the practices throughout the day. A few minutes here and there, and you'll see how it changes your life. And that's really the goal. How do we have the best possible life through these practices? So I wish you all the best in your journey through this pranayama practice. It's an addition to the physical practice that we do with the body in terms of physical postures called asanas. They are absolutely the foundation of our practice, but the next level, the deeper understanding and the deeper energetic work, comes from the breathing, because the breath is the most powerful tool that we all have for balancing body, energy, emotions, and mind. And please understand that yoga is ultimately about the mind. The physical body is just the vehicle for our consciousness, and the physical body is necessary. It is the foundation. But if we want to build that skyscraper and fulfill our innate potential and live our highest, most powerful life, then we need to use the pranayama to help us go even higher into these practices. So take your time, be calm and gentle with yourself, and enjoy it. Really, this is about having fun as you do it. It's not something that you have to feel as a chore. When you breathe deep, you feel better. It's that simple. And so if you breathe deep for a few minutes every day, you feel better. So I wish you all the best, and join us for our other videos and see what else you can do to help yourself really step into your full power. Thank you.